So here's how I might start out with a very, very simple kind of a fractal idea. So I'm going to, I will use some segments. So I'm going to go from here to here. Hold on, let me turn off my point capturing. And then I will go from here to there, there to there, and from there to there. And then I'm going to put another segment from A to E. That's kind of my total length. And to make this work, to make it work better, I'm going to actually use a polyline to connect F and G and H and I. And since I really don't need the axes, I'll turn the axes off. And so what I'm going to do is I will, after I make this polyline, I will make a scale copy of the polyline. And I will place a scale copy between A and B, and another scale copy between B and C, and another one between C and D, and another one between D and E. So I'm going to do this in a list. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dilate. My polyline is K. I'm going to dilate it by F divided by J, which is the total length. I'm going to dilate it towards A. And then I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to go back here to the beginning. Rotate. And I'm going to rotate it by the angle. And sometimes I have to kind of fudge this. The angle between F and J. And sometimes that works. And sometimes it doesn't. So now I may try J and F. And so that worked a little bit. I want to rotate it around point A. So there you go. So that is my first one. And then I'm going to copy this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this entire thing here. Now I'm going to have to end up translating it at the end. So I'm going to put in a translate block in there. I'm going to paste that there. And now what I want to do is I want to take the polyline and I want to scale it by G over J. I'll still do it towards A. I want to rotate it by J and G around A. And then I'm going to translate it B minus A. So that gets that point there. And now that I have this one set up, I'm going to copy this again. And I'll paste it in there. And this one is going to be from H to J. So I'll change that to H. And I will go over here. I will change this G to H. And I'm going to change this B to C. And I will do that one more time over here at the end, a comma. And I'm going to do I this time. So I to J. And that's going to be angle G and I. And I want to translate that to D. And I'll press return, and that's going to be pretty good. So once I have this set up, and I hate when I do that, so let me reach up there and do that again and press return. So there's my list. I'm going to repeat this process again. I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to grab what I put in, and instead of a K this time, I'm going to put in a list 1. So wherever there is a K, I'm going to put in a list number 1. So let me scroll back over here to the end. And so there's a K. I will put in a list 1 there. And I'll scroll back over here. There's one more K here. I'll put in a list 1 there. Oops, forgot the L. And so I just repeat this process. I scroll up again. Now I'm going to put in a list 2. I'll put in a list 2 here. Scroll to the end. I'll put in a list 2 here. And I'll put in a list 2 there. And so this works pretty well. Now these list 2s, they could be polygons. I just used a segment and a polyline over and over again. I'm going to clean some things up. So I'm going to hide this. And I will probably just hide all of the... I really actually don't need the segments at all since I still have my polyline there. I'm going to hide the hide the label. But this will work out pretty well. So I can kind of make that fractal. And that is how I typically approach it. I can hide different parts. So for example, if I don't want those other ones to show up, this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a Cook snowflake. If I do something like that. So a lot of flexibility, a lot of power. I could do a number of different things. So it's a lot of fun. So give this a try. I hope this made sense. Let me know what I can do to help.